Welcome to our channel ClassFly community. We all know that what is basically wiring is, and we all have seen how wiring happens. Why I said about wiring today? You must be thinking, right? So today we will do with a topic that is conduiting wiring or conduit wiring. Okay, this is a form of a wiring which we uses in a house as well as an industrial purpose. So let's move on to our lecture. In this system, PVC or VIR cables are run through metallic or PVC pipes, providing good protection against mechanical injury and fire due to short circuit. Basically, see, conduit wiring is of two types, that is surface conduit wiring and one is concealed conduit wiring. Okay, so I will show you a video in which we will know about what basically surface conduit wiring is and what concealed conduit wiring is. Okay, so basically see, both of them has its own purposes, right? So surface conduit wiring are used mostly by the industrial purposes, like surface wiring means which is not inserted within walls, means it will be inserted outside the walls which you can probably see, and whereas the concealed conduit wiring which is done in most of the houses which people prefer nowadays against clean and batter wiring which have been done in the previous years or times, I would say. So see, basically concealed conduit wiring is that the pipes, that is the PVC or whatever metallic pipes, are inserted within the wall. Basically see, in this conduit wiring there are two types, that is one metallic and non-metallic. Non-metallic are like PVC, which is less costly and which all the persons can afford. Yes, as I was saying that PVC pipes are affordable and it's very good for the persons who need to do a new house for themselves, right? So in the first statement it says that in this system PVC or VIR cables are used and are through metallic or PVC pipe providing good protection. Basically see, in big houses we need protection so that the house can stand, so we use pipes for it to make it against mechanical injury and fire due to short circuit. Okay, and see, whenever we do use of metallic systems and not non-metallic, so at that time earthing needs to be done. Okay, and we will have a video completely on earthing in the upcoming videos. Okay, so see, this topic is very important for you all because this topic comes as a short notes, or it can say that give description about wiring or conduit wiring. Okay, so let's move on to our next statement. What does it say? That they are either embedded inside the walls or supported over the walls and are known as concealed wiring or surface conduit wiring, or it is also known as open conduit respectively. See, what I told, that in concealed wiring we see that it is embedded inside the walls. This is only written that either embedded inside the walls, which are concealed wiring, or supported over the walls. That means it is not inside the walls, it is just outside the walls to give support. And we also state that surface conduit wiring is also known as open conduit wiring. Okay, so let's now move on to our third statement, which states that the conduits are buried inside the walls on wooden gutties and the wire are drawn through them with fish wires. Yes, see, I would suggest whenever you do any work for houses, completely do everything, like have a perfect plan where you want your lights or fans, and then only proceed in this conduit wiring. And when everything will be done, even the painting will be done, then only you do your wiring. And yes, whenever the conduits are buried inside the walls, at that time wooden gutties need to be given and the wires are drawn from the fish wires, that is the steel wires, you can also see. Okay, we will see what is within it is in the video which will be shown later. Okay, so till then let's move on that the system is best suited for public buildings, industries and workshops. Any wiring has its own speciality, right? So it is best suited for everything, for public buildings, industries and workshops. So now let's move on to the next. See, conduit wiring. This is a small picture for conduit wiring to give you a clarity how conduit wiring looks. So this is a metallic conduit wiring. See, this is over the wall, right? That means this is the surface conduit wiring, or you can say that it is a open conduit wiring. It is metallic, and any metallic systems need to be earthen, right? So let's move on to the next. See, conduit wiring have insulated conductors so that we doesn't get any shock, and there is a support with a metal so that the conduit wiring doesn't come out. Okay, now see, everything has its own advantages as well as disadvantages. So first let's move on to our advantages and look on it. There are 7 advantages for this conduit wiring. That is, first one is no risk of fire and good protection against mechanical injury. We are doing this conduit wiring so that there will be no fire in our household and neither our appliances will be caught off with fire, and so we will get a protection against any injury, specifically mechanical injury. Okay, so the second point is that the lead and return wires can be carried in the same tube. These are the 2 wires that are inside the conduit wiring. Okay, the third point is earthing and continuity is assured. What it says that earthing and continuity is assured, right? Yes, earthing and continuity should be assured and is assured in this form of conduit wiring. The fourth point is that it is waterproof and troubleshooting is easy. First of all, that it will be not affected with water, and troubleshooting is very easy. Fifth point is shock proof. With proper earthing and bonding, we will not get shocks from this wiring, and if we do a proper earthing and bonding with the wires, right? Sixth point is durable and maintenance free. That means it is very good and it can be used for years, and it is durable and is maintenance free. We don't have to maintain it all the time. 7. Aesthetic in appearance. Aesthetic in appearances means that it is in a good condition and it looks good wherever used. Now see, basically the main advantage is that there is no risk of fire. It will give us good protection. It is durable and maintenance free, and it's waterproof and troubleshooting is free. Yes, it is shock proof, it is durable, and it is a very aesthetic in appearance. So now let's move on to what disadvantages. First of all, the most disadvantages is that it is very expensive system of wiring. That means whenever we require to repair this conduit wiring, we have to pay a lot of amount to get repaired. Second is it requires a good skilled workmanship. That means a person who will be repairing or who will be doing the work of conduit wiring should have a very skilled knowledge on how to do it. Third, erection is quite complicated and it's time consuming. Erection is very complicated in this system of wiring, and it takes a lot of time to do all those things. And there is a risk of short circuit under wet conditions. Sometimes there gets it that the condition is not so well, so like rainy seasons or anything. So at that time there may be a point of short circuit. So with advantage there will be disadvantages. So
now it's the code
we
time.
have to
No furniture
think
is
before
so
we
charming
do
as
anything,
books.
right?
I hope all of you understood today's
Now
lecture,
factors affecting
and
the
thank
choice
you
of
for
wiring
watching.
system. Now we will deal with the factors whenever we choose a wiring system, right? The choice of wiring system for a particular installation depends on technical factors and economic viability. See, the two major points is that whenever we choose something, we see technical factors, that it is good for us or not. We see the advantages as well as the cost expenses, right? First of all, it's the durability. How much is the time? That means that whenever we will use the thing, till how much it will be there with us and it will be properly working, right? So the first is the durability, that is the type of wiring selected should conform to standard specifications, so that is durable, that is without being affected by the weather conditions, fumes, etc. That means it will stay with us in any condition, though it is wet or it's hot. In any conditions it will have to stay perfectly fine and must meet the standard specifications. Okay. Second point is the safety. The wiring must provide safety against leakage, shock and fire hazards for the operating personnel. Whenever we do any wiring or anything, like whenever we use fuse, we see that it's need to be repaired manually or automatically. MCV we do it automatically or manually, whatever it is, but first we prefer that it is safer for us. It doesn't affect us any injury, right? So second point is safety. The wiring must provide a safety against any leakage, any shock or fire hazards. The third is our appearance. Yes, electrical wiring should give an aesthetic appeal to the interior. It must look good and perfect whenever we see, right? Fourth point is the cost. It should not be prohibitively expensive. It should not be highly costly, high of cost or anything. It should be of a medium width so everyone can use it, right? Fifth is the accessibility. The switches and the plug points provided should be easily accessible. That means the switches and the plug points. Switches and plug points everybody know is so that we can easily accessible. There must be provision for further extension of the wiring system if necessary. It says that basically whenever we do wiring, there should be extra given extension for the wiring if we need it in a future times. Okay. Maintenance cost. The maintenance cost should be as minimum as possible. Costing, we say that economic viability is the most important factor. One of the most important factors whenever we choose any wiring system. So maintenance factors, what is the cost, and all these things. The seventh point is the mechanical safety. The wiring must be protected against mechanical damage. So it doesn't make any more damage to the thing, right? So these are the factors affecting the wiring system. So for today we come to the end of the lecture. I hope you all understood what is conduit wiring, and before that we will now see a video, and I hope you will understood what surface conduit wiring is, what console wiring is, and what are the factors, and we will know about wire gauges and all the things in this video. Till then, let's watch the video now.
See, now we will see the surface conduit wiring. This is a surface conduit which is over the wall, right? Now we will see the console conduit wiring. In this, it is inside the wall. We can see perfectly clear in this picture. This is the steel wire which is used in this conduit wiring.
I hope the video has gave you a clearance about this conduit wiring topic, and till then this is the end of our today's lecture, and see you all in the upcoming lectures. Be happy and have a great day.
Now is the code time. Trust the timing of your life. I think all of you understood today's lecture, and thank you for watching.
Wow, that's impressive! You have completed a magic today. For more videos, subscribe. Join our Facebook group and Instagram page for group discussion and live magazine videos for exam preparation in an hour. We start at ClassFly community for students to learn from a friend in a simple way and support them in their own languages. If you are willing to be that one friend who saves us at the exam night preparation, then please join us by visiting classfly.in.